Omilẹ̀ títì. Success Radio Ìbàdàn ìkànnì ayé gbọ́. Òun sẹ́lẹ̀lẹ̀. Omilẹ̀ títì. Success Radio Ìbàdàn ìkànnì ayé gbọ́. Òun sẹ́lẹ̀lẹ̀. Omilẹ̀.
Thank you so much for being there. This is your program again on Tuesday morning. On your dialing station, which is Success Radio in the city of Ibadan. You are connected to us live on Facebook or YouTube. Success Radio Ibadan. Help us to like it. Help us to share it. This is no other program than Eco Pointer on Tuesday morning 9 a.m. It is an economy program where we share business news, financial news, business information. Kolawole Kayode is the name. Success Radio is the platform. An Eco Pointer is the program. Again, we are brought to you this. This is a program of more or less like a chronicle of what has happened over the week economically in our country and the world at large, and how they are going to be of benefit to you, to your business, to your financial life. And when it comes to economic matters, everybody is to be involved. Why did I say that? When it comes to money, everybody is involved. When it comes to money, àní ta ni ọ̀rọ̀ owó ta ni kò kàn. And another reason why you need to share this program to your contact is because you never can tell. It may be the person you share the program with that is going to be of blessings and benefit to you. I mean, in terms of buying and selling, in terms of dealing, in terms of business. We got this information recently that the federal government of Nigeria, after the first meeting of the Federal Executive Council that took place last week, after that meeting, we have the information that the federal government has a 3-year plan for the whole of the nation. Are you aware that there is an international organization recently whose name is the BRICS? What are they for? What do they stand for? It's more or less an eco-political organization, but everything in international circle is more or less economic. And this new organization, the BRICS, which side are they tuning to? Are they going socialism or capitalism? Are they going west? Are they going east? Whose interests are they defending? What benefits are their members supposed to get? Should Nigeria be part of them, or should Nigeria not be part of them? We will get to know. There is a new instruction in the Ministry of Solid Minerals from the Minister of Solid Minerals. The new minister sworn in last week that was inaugurated. He had given an ultimatum to all miners. What is the ultimatum about? We will get to know. And how does that benefit us? The governor of Oyo State, Governor Oluwaseyi Makinde, has flagged up palliative distribution in the state. Have you got your own? There is a statement. Is it a statement of hope where you will be able to answer? All of us will be able to answer. But the statement says Naira will bounce back against the dollars at the international market. Who said it and on what reasons? We will get to know. CBN, commercial banks, other financial institutions, they are investigating suspected 1 billion currency counterfeit. How does that go? And how does that concern you? We will get to know. National industrial strike championed by Nigeria Labour Congress. State chapters of the NLCs are already giving order to their members to comply with the strike instruction. And how is this going in your own domain? Now to the details of the information that I've been trying to relay to us as investigations and researches has brought them out for our business and economic benefit. The Federal Executive Council of Nigeria unfold 3-year economic revival plan. This was the information that we got last week from the Federal Executive Council after their inaugural meeting, where the president inaugurates all the members, particularly the new approved ministers that have been screened by the Senate. The Federal Executive Council, the president with the ministers and others, they've come up with a 3-year program to revive the economy of Nigeria. They are trying to tell us that we should be patient for 3 years. Now, a lot of questions to ask in this regard. The person who is hungry now, can he wait for 3 years? What is the federal government doing now that will help people to wait for 3 years? Of course, whatever it is Nigeria is going to benefit at the end of 3 years, what will sustain them at the moment? And this is to tell us that a lot of expectation that we are having in terms of economic issues with the federal government, this is to tell us that the government is saying we should wait 3 years. But as people, as business people, we also want government to hit the ground running. And of course, a lot of the ministries and ministers in charge have been issuing information, and so many information to tell us that they are ready to work. The Minister of Power has told us that Nigeria will get more and improved power in few months to come, and there have been a lot of promises and promises. Will this not go the way others had always gone? Will there be something different this time? As you connect to the program, you can also send your comments so that you can be part of it. We are all to be part of it, because when it comes to economic issue, it is everybody's business. This was an international information about a new organization in the world that is called BRICS. And here is an analysis. The analysis is telling us whose side will the BRICS fall to. Will they go west? Will they go east? Will they go socialism or capitalism? The BRICS is a new global organization which appear to have significant global economic power. There are 5 founding members of the BRICS, and their names, that is the 5 countries that started the BRICS, and their names are South Africa, China, India, Brazil, and Russia. These 5 founding members of the BRICS, they agreed to bring in 6 new members that will join the organization as full members. Who are these new members that they intend that will join them as full members? Their names are Saudi Arabia, Egypt, UAE, that is United Arab Emirates, Iran, and Argentina. They also have it in mind that 16 countries will join them as partners. They will not be full-time members. They will be partners who will have 1 or 2 contribution to the organization and also get 1 or 2 benefits from the organization. And with this planned expansion, the BRICS, they are going to have 36% of global GDP. That is 36% of the economic activities going on all over the world will be happening within the BRICS members. In other words, 36% of buying and selling, of manufacturing, of purchasing power all over the world will be within the BRICS members. This is what is making BRICS to be a great phenomenon, a force to reckon with in global economic activities. Recently, last month, the BRICS had a summit, and that took place in South Africa, where the president of China, Xi Jinping, was there present, the Brazilian president, the Indian prime minister. It is the Russian president that was persuaded not to come in person, possibly because of the global sanction due to the war going on in Ukraine. By the situation of the BRICS at the moment, they are going to be having 46% of world population in their organization. Remember, there is also an economic organization in the world that is called G20. In this G20, there are great countries of the world who have great economic power. Now, those among the G20 who are more of the Western countries, or they are in the northern side of the globe, these out of the G20, these ones, they form a caucus within the G20 that is called G7. Now, it's like other members who were not part of the G7 are now trying to pull out and create their own significance. And most of the other people are part of the BRICS. Nigeria is not yet a member of the BRICS, but the summit that took place in South Africa, Nigeria was invited to be part of the summit, and the Vice President of Nigeria was there. Now, what does the BRIC intend to achieve, which will be of direct benefit economically to every one of us? One of their basic economic objective is to displace the dominance of the US dollars. You get what I said? This is economic program. They want to displace the dominance of the US dollars. What they are trying to do is that, as we have it currently all over the world, any business internationally that you want to do, the first thing you have to do is go and buy dollar. When you buy dollar, then use that dollar to buy something else that you want to do. And somebody was saying that, do you know all over the world, today, if any country is owing money, they have to look for dollar to pay their loan. If the US is owing money, is owing loan, what would the US do? All US could need to do is go and print more dollar and pay for what they owe. And this kind of situation is appearing as an undue advantage over the economy of the rest of the world. Part of what the BRICS is trying to do, there is something called currency swap. For example, if within the BRICS, if it is possible, if they are able to agree, they've not come to those conclusions, if they are able to agree among themselves, they can do trading internationally among themselves without the use of dollars. If Nigeria wants to buy things from China, then between the two of them, they can agree on the rate at which Naira will change to 1, or the rate at which 1 will change to Naira. And between themselves, they will buy whatever they want to buy. If Nigeria wants to buy things from Brazil, they will agree between themselves what they want to make the exchange rate to be, how much Naira will change to the Brazilian currency, and how much of the Brazilian currency will change to Naira. The same thing goes for China. The same thing goes for India. And if they're able to achieve this, then they can go ahead and do business without the dollar. But this is a long way to walk, but it is all possible for them. Now my question is that, should Nigeria join this association to benefit this arrangement? Somebody was saying recently that there had been an arrangement of currency swap by the CBN with the Central Bank of China. That is so that Nigeria will not need to be waiting for how we are going to get dollar to buy before we can import whatever we want to import, or we can export whatever we want to export. Remember, it is not only because the federal government removed fuel subsidy that we are having challenges of high fuel price. It is not only that. If the exchange rate is low, for example, if the exchange rate comes to like 100 naira to $1, at most 200 naira to $1, I tell you, we'll also be buying fuel at possibly 200 naira or 150 naira. But because the exchange rate is on the high side, if the exchange rate presently is around 800 going to 900, and we are buying a liter of fuel at 600 naira, the interpretation is that a liter of fuel internationally coming to Nigeria is not up to $1. That is what it means. Now, if our $1 in Nigeria is 100 naira, the interpretation is also that we will be buying a liter of petrol at an amount that is less than 100 naira. And what does that have to say? It also means that majorly the problem we're having in the country is the forex, the foreign exchange. If Naira is able to gain ground, if naira is able to withstand the dollar, many of the things we are complaining about, their prices will come down. How will the naira be able to gain ground? One of the way is to be able to find a way out apart from the use of the dollar. This one is from the Ministry of Solid Minerals in Nigeria, the Federal Ministry of Solid Minerals. The new Minister of Solid Minerals, Dele Alake, has issued a 30-day ultimatum to illegal miners to join registered association. The Ministry of Solid Mineral Development, Dele Alake, has given illegal miners all over the nation Nigeria a 30-day ultimatum to join notable registered organizations and cooperatives or face the wrath of the law. This was mentioned as part of his 7-point agenda for the ministry. He also said he will unveil a plan to set up a surveillance task force comprising police and other security operatives to help us secure our solid minerals all around Nigeria, so that illegal people will not just come in, take the solid minerals and take them away to sell and put their money in their own pockets, with the government not having tax, not having any kind of income from those kind of mining activities. It will be of note that solid mineral industry in Nigeria is a very massive industry, that the potential, how much money Nigeria could get from it, worth $700 billion. $700 billion. What does that mean? The whole debt that Nigeria is owing, all the debt Nigeria is owing, is not more than $100 billion. So if Nigeria could have $700 billion somewhere, what are we talking about? But the problem with the solid mineral in Nigeria is, number one, illegal mining. Number two, no processing. Number three, those that mine it, they sell it raw, they sell it crude. And this is an eye-opener to many Nigerian youths who are saying there is no job, there is no job. Mining is a massive industry where you can get a lot of money. But according to the Minister of Solid Minerals, you need to join an association, a registered association, so that your information could be with the government and will know how many people are involved in this industry. The interpretation is also that apart from the mining, digging the ground to get these special stones, the gold, the silver, the brass, the precious metal, the precious stones. Apart from digging the ground to get them, another area of job where Nigerians could get job is the processing, the washing of these minerals, the polishing of them, the packaging of them, the refining of them. Some of them needs to pass through some industrial process in terms of refining and make them into something better. So all these will create job for as many who are involved in the industry. The truth remains that Nigeria is so blessed a country. We are greatly blessed. Not only crude oil that we have, there are many other solid minerals inside our ground. Marble is there, even in this Oyo state. There is gold in Ilesha that we have always had. All these are to bring money for us. But not only digging of them, we should be able to refine them. We should be able to use them for a lot of things within this country and outside Nigeria. In fact, I want to say our federal government and the state government, they all need to work together and be able to come up with laws that will also stipulate that nobody should export our solid minerals in the raw form. Compulsorily, it must be processed before they are sold outside the country. That will bring more jobs, that will bring more money, and that will help us. It will help our economy. Are you aware of this? That the state government of Oyo State has commenced distribution of palliatives. But I want to ask, have you got? Have you been given? Have you seen somebody who received it? The information that we got says Oyo State government is spending up to 5.9 billion naira to provide this food palliative to the people of Oyo State. And along with that, the local government in Oyo State, they are also contributing their counterpart funding as much as 2.6 billion naira. In total, the state government is going to spend up to 8.6 billion naira to provide these palliatives. We've been informed that the state had got 37,000 bags of rice and many other food items to be distributed to the poorest of the poor, and the distribution had commenced last week. It started on Wednesday, 30th of August, and the governor of Oyo State was there in Oyo town to flag it off. And the brand of palliative, as named it by the state government, is called SAFER. That is Sustainable Action for Economic Recovery. According to the distribution plan, it has been said that people that will get this palliative provision, they will receive 10 kilograms of rice, 5 kg of garri, 5 kg of beans, 5 kg of yam powder, that is elubo, 5 and 1 liter of vegetable oil. The question is this: how will this food item revive the economic activity in this Oyo state? Somebody may ask, after these people have collected this item, will they come back next month to collect again? How many days will these food items sustain them? If you have a family of 5, father, mother, and 3 children, can they eat this for 2 weeks or 3 weeks? If not, after they have consumed everything, what else will they do? Economically, to revive us, is this what we need in our state? What if the government spend this money, 8.6 billion, to boost power supply in Oyo State, our own independent power project? If the government spend it, what about that? What about if the government spend this money to repair some of the damaged roads? For example, to fill up many potholes around the city and Oyo State. Well, maybe we say the government knows what they're doing, but these are our own observations about what the government is doing. Naira will bounce back. Amen. The General Overseer of Redeemed Christian Church of God has said it last week. This week. It was this week. I said it this week that the Naira, the national currency of Nigeria, will regain its stand against the international currency, the dollar, the euro, and the pound sterling. Pastor E.A. Adeboye, as we all know him, has said is based his conclusion on the fact that the population of Nigeria is so large and that Nigeria has abundance of resources, and based on all these factors, Nigeria has the capacity to bounce back the Naira. All this population can work hard and work together to ensure that the Naira bounce back, and with our resources, the solid mineral, the liquid mineral, the human resources, the intellectual resources, a lot of resources in this country. With all of that, it is not a problem for us to ensure our Naira gains strength and become strong. Even it can come to 1 Naira to $1. Yes, it is possible. My question is, can you see what the man of God also see? And if we see it, how do we work on it to ensure it come to pass? Yes, God will help us, but what's our own portion of it? This information is saying CBN, commercial banks, mortgage bank, other financial institutions, they are investigating suspected 1 billion currency counterfeiting. The CBN has launched an inquiry into an alleged $1 billion currency counterfeit deal involving a Nigerian and other citizens from other countries. CBN said these 5 suspects that were involved in the counterfeiting of $1 billion were arrested by the Turkish security operatives, and their names have been given. Their names are Dele Bolade Samson, a Nigerian having a Nigerian passport. King Kwasi Aim, having a Ghanaian passport. Nathaniel Jacob Weiss is having a British passport. Bo Neil Olof Fonseca is having a Swedish passport. And Peter Willie Schick is also having a Swedish passport. This $1 billion counterfeit money that these people are involved in, what their plan, according to information, is that they are bringing the money into African economy, where Nigeria is a major player. And the problem is this: they are going to pass it through into our market, so that sometimes when you go to change your naira to the dollar, hey, part of the dollar they give you, some of them may be counterfeit, what we call fake dollar. Some of them may be counterfeit. So we are saying this so that all of us will be very careful, will be on the lookout. Each time you go to change your naira to dollar, please check each of the notes you are given very, very carefully, so that it will not be somebody had lost a whole lot of money that you are going to change to dollar. You can imagine if somebody is taking a fake dollar from here and travel out with it over there, people over there could get the person arrested, and it could be a lot of problem, and they ask you to come and be explaining where you got it. So be on the lookout. The next time you are going to where you change your naira to dollar, check each of the notes you are given. Yes, each of the $100 bill you are given, check each of them and ensure that they are original, that they are not fake. The NLC has said they will commence a warning strike today, and as at yesterday, NLC has said there is no going back on the strike. How is the situation of the strike in your place? As a civil servant, did you go to work? As a bank worker or bank staff, did you go to work? working in public corporation, public limited liability companies, corporate organization? Did you go to work? NSC has said the warning strike will be a 2-day program. It will come up today, Tuesday, and tomorrow, Wednesday. Yesterday, there was meeting between the representative of the Labour and the Minister of Labour. Yet, we see that NSC is saying there is no going back on the strike action. And the president of the country is not in town. He had an official, he had a program, he had something else to do outside the shore of Nigeria. As at yesterday, information test told us that the NSC chapters in Lagos, in Sokoto, in Kano, in Ekiti, they've already said they will be part of the strike action. This is a funny information. I want to ask, even if you are not working with the government, do you also want to be part of the strike action? You are a shop owner, you are a one-man business, you have your own business. Would you like to be part of the strike action? What is the NSC even fighting for? What are the workers, especially the government workers, what are they fighting for? The major thing they are fighting for is that their salary should be increased from 30,000 to 200,000 naira. Do you also support that? Of course, if you are working with the government, you are a civil servant, you will surely support it. That is normal. But how will their request affect you as a one-man business, a business owner, an employer of labor? If the government do approve 200,000 naira a month for the government workers, how will that affect the private businesses around the nation? Won't their own workers also demand for pay rise? And if you are to talk about there should be something else that the labor should fight for, that will be of benefit to everybody in the nation. What about fighting that our refinery should work? What about asking the federal government to ensure the refineries work within a very short stipulated time? What about fighting that the government, the politically elected and the politically appointed leaders must reduce their own salaries or income by half, so that all the money that we'll get from that will be used to develop the country? What about fighting that the government should put a lot of effort into agriculture so that people can have food? What about fighting hard to ensure that the government work on the gas-powered vehicles, gas-powered motorbike, gas-powered generators, ensuring there are conversion stations all around the country so that people can convert their petrol engine to gas-powered engine? Shouldn't labor also fight on that? And that will possibly be a benefit to everybody all around the nation. What about fighting that there should be more public transport all around the nation, particularly long buses that will help people to move from one point to another. All of these are more options that Labour should also help to include in their agenda of struggle, in their struggle with the government. Let them include things that will also be of great benefit to Nigerians, and let them make them priorities. If all that Labour gets is a pay rise, the problem of Nigeria will still continue. How will that be? Because the mama that is selling items in the market, in the shop, will also see and raise their prices, and at the end of the day, the money that Labour gets may not still count, because the purchasing power of that money will still come down. Alright, on this note, this morning we shall be running off the program Eco Pointer on Success Radio in the city of Ibadan. As many of us who have been there, we appreciate you so much for connecting us. Thank you for being there always. Thank you for being there for Success Radio. Thank you for being there for Eco Pointer. Thank you for being there for Kolawole Kayode. We appreciate it. We are not taking it for granted. And we look forward to having you again on this program Eco Pointer by next week. 9 a.m. in the morning, Tuesday is the day where we'll again share information on economic activities. Remember, today we are talking about the Economic Revival Plan 3-year by the federal government. Again, we are talking about the new international organization, the BRICS, that was formed, and the benefit they are likely to bring if Nigeria joins them. We are talking about information from the Ministry of Solid Minerals and the instruction they have given to miners, and the benefit that new people who are looking for jobs could get in that ministry. We are talking about the palliative programs and the money that Oyo State government is spending on the palliative. We have discussed the alternative way the money could have been spent. We are talking about the issue of the naira against the dollar and other international currency. The naira will bounce back according to our the known Pastor E.A. Adeboye. We are talking about CBN and the banks. The investigation they are doing concerning $1 billion counterfeit money. And we have discussed the strike action by the NLC and more agenda they're supposed to add to their struggle. Thank you so much. My name is Kolawole Kayode. The platform is Success Radio in the city of Ibadan. And here, my producer has been Rebecca Babalola. Thank you so much. We meet you again by next week. Thank you for being there. See you next week. And my number to connect me after the program is 070-5370-6276. I call the number again, 070-5370-6276. Thank you so much. See you next week.